second, yo. Yo, what's up with you? Hey, give me 1 second. Yo. I'm trying to make sure everything working. Y'all can hear me though, right? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I bet. Mazzoline, what's up, my boy? Hey, let me send out this link to my Discord right quick though. Still, some stuff ain't right. Like I can't. If I go on my YouTube, I can't see certain stuff. But we just gonna rock out. We gonna rock out. What we got until I get everything like 100% figured out. But I don't be streaming, so I don't really know how to like. You know what I'm saying? How all this stuff work like that. But I mean, I know how it work, but it'd be hard to get it fixed when you got a whole new computer. Like a lot of my settings and stuff ain't on here no more. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta get it figured out. But let me send this out to the gang right quick. We finna do some little study session though and just watch the chops for a minute, see if see what the market end up trying to do today. Like I told y'all, you sent it out. All right, bet we chilling. All right, we good. Let me see. Hold on, let me send it to my my page right quick too, in case anybody want to pull up. 1 second. All right. All right, so looking at let me see what pair we about to look at right quick. I want to see what these indices about to do. I want to see what the indices gonna do when when the market opens. So we got like 2 minutes. So I was looking at looking at gold, right? Y'all see how gold kind of did everything we wanted it to do this week. We I told y'all I wanted to see them push up toward this previous month high, take out this level, and then retrace off of this if they don't continue to go all the way up here. But we for sure should get a retracement once they run into this level up here and either touch the 50% of this gap. If they feel it 100%, then you know what I'm saying. If they close like toward the upper end of it, then I probably expect for them to continue going up, right? But if they fail to close above this 50%, then we'd be looking for some type of retracement, right? And that probably set us up for next week to have some good trades on gold. If we respect that fair value gap, we should see it start to work its way toward some of these fair value gaps down toward the lower end of this price leg. Yeah. So if you is trading and you trading gold, which me personally, I ain't messing with it just cause it's too choppy for me. As far as like, just look at this price action right here that happened. Past couple days consolidating, they spike down here, and they still leave a weird wick down here, which I don't usually like to see because a lot of the times they'll come back and grab it. So it'll be hard to get in like a continuation trade just because they could push down into that gap, right? I mean, into this wick. Sometimes they won't go all the way down and go to the low of it. Sometimes they just push inside the wick and then still go toward that direction. But yeah, the drawn liquidity for gold is 100% right here though. 2387. I gave y'all this on like Monday in the group chat when I did the little analysis for the week. But let me go over and look at Nas and US 30 right quick just to see what they got going on. But like even if you look at this, and this is why I be saying like some weeks it ain't even worth like placing no trades because you just inside a consolidation. And when you in consolidation, there's really no way to tell which way it's gonna go because it's liquidity sitting in both directions. So looking at US 30, what you see, just look at it. We got consolidation all the way right here inside this range, right? And it started on Monday. So if we want to be 100% honest with ourselves, y'all know you shouldn't have even been trading this at all this week, to be honest with you, right? Now it's going to give you some type of trades, but look, is any targets really getting hit though on a higher time frame? This would be a drawn liquidity up here this high. This low would have been a drawn liquidity, which it did get tapped, right? But it wasn't really nothing clean. And if you trade inside of this, you really can't get mad if you get stopped out or your trade don't hit your target and it come all the way back to your entry. Because look at what you're trading in. The best thing for you to do is to wait for price to break out of these ranges like this. Anytime you sit in a consolidation, you don't really want to touch it, right? You want to wait for it to either run these lows, give you a stop hunt. And when I say run the lows like that, I mean actually go down and close below it, right? And then you will want to see them work the opposite end of the range. Same thing up here. If they was to come up here, run these low. But see, the thing with US 30 being in the uptrend, it's kind of hard to say if it's actually going to stop once it take out the high, right? Once it continue going in the direction it's going. But the good thing about it is they got equal lows down here though. So this a level that they would want to target, right? Same thing for Nas 100. Nas 100 been a little bit better than US 30 as far as like sitting in that range. You can see that Nas been kind of in a consolidation as well. If we was to look from here to here, right? This started on Tuesday. Where Monday at? Let me see. Monday out there. So yeah, Nas 100 been giving a little bit better moves. You see they run the lows, go up to the target, consolidated for a little minute after they did that, expanded up again, consolidate for a little minute, and they expand up again. Now, the thing about Nas 100 is they trading at all-time highs. So it's really no telling. It's really no structure for you to have like a clean trade at the moment. You would just be basically saying that Nas 100 going to continue going up, right? If you was to be trying to take this to a long, but you really got no target besides this draw right here that happened today, right? But Nas 100 need to retrace and give some type of retracement just so we can have a balance in the market. Right now, it's just been trading toward the upside. Nothing really clean, and it's really trading toward nothing. So that's why I say if you was to trade either one of these, your best bet will probably be US 30, just because US 30 still got some structure, right? US 30 ain't trading at an all-time high right now, so you still got some with a target looking to go long, right? So as you can see up here on US 30, we still got some equal highs up here. Price come up here and take this out. This could be a potential draw. Let's see about euro. Same thing that happened on gold is happening on euro, right? Remember we took that that sell on euro toward this gap. Now I was wrong on the drawn liquidity for the week. I thought they was gonna come down here and run this sell side liquidity down here. But what they ended up doing was just trading off that gap we took our sale on, right? So we did end up catching the sale on Tuesday. Or was it Monday? It was Monday. On Monday, we ended up catching the sale on Euro USD, trading down toward this market open gap right here. And we ended up getting out, right? We had a target that was all the way down here, right? We wanted to see them run them lows, but from experience, I know that a lot of the times when they got these market open gaps on a higher time frame, it'll respect it and retrace a little bit, right? So we end up catching like 30 pips off this move, like 30, 40 pips off this move when we got out. And as you can see, they end up using that gap to trade toward the upside. And where is they targeting? The same thing like on if you look at gold. Gold got a high right here, resting right below the 50% of this daily fair value gap. Euro USD got the same thing, right? But Euro USD had already ran this gap. So I think if they come back up here, they just trying to grab this liquidity. Now there's a chance that the same thing happened for Euro. Right? They continue going toward the upside. But we really just gotta let today play out. Cause 9 times out of 10, once they run this level here, it might get exhausted and consolidate for the rest of the time. So if you is trying to trade anything, make sure you trading toward these levels, right? Like on gold, as long as you in buys right now, you should be straight. The thing with it is, if you look at the daily candle and we look at our stop loss, just from where we at now, I'm not saying it's a trade opportunity, but I'm saying if we just calculating like how far we would have to put our stop, because it's no chance that they gonna come back and take out the low of the day, right? So probably, I don't know. The market been so crazy lately. I ain't even gonna say it's no chance, but I wouldn't want to see them come back down and take out this lower day. But the way that wick look, anything can happen. But they pushing toward the upside very hard. So I expect them to honestly probably blow through this high and probably touch 2,400. So it's a cool drawn liquidity. It's just that unless the market gave a retracement down some, is really nowhere to put a stop loss at, and that's what I don't like about the move, right? Because if anything, if I was to trade anything, I would have been trading gold. But the fact that I can't really put my stop loss nowhere safe, it'll just be me chasing the trade. Like we got a lower fair value gap right here. Let me see. What's wrong with my trading view? We got a little fair value gap right here that the market could retrace down into. But it's like, where would the stop go? How many pips is this? Let me see. It's still 200 pips, and I don't like it because our risk to reward, I mean, our take profit to be right here. That's terrible. So unless they gave some type of like structure right here, if they came down and closed inside this gap right toward the upper end of it and printed some type of low, and you had to change your character, then it'll probably be safe to try to scalp that up here. But do we got any news coming out today at 10? Let me see. Nah, we ain't got no more news coming out. So I don't know, maybe we see if we could get some type of, see if the market shows some type of silver bullet or something on Nas 100 or US 30. Let me read some of the comments though, because I ain't even been paying attention. Would you not just wait for price to retrace into the fair value gap and then look for buys? I mean, that's what I always do. I always wait for them to retrace and then look for the move. But you see how it's just when the market, especially on Fridays, right? Friday, like that day where the market it's like that one day of the week where if the rest of the week was trash, Friday most likely be the day to actually run and hit that drawn liquidity, right? And the thing is, they'll usually do some type of manipulation before they make that run, right? Because they don't want y'all in these trades with them, right? The market maker. So it's like when you see stuff like this happen, it's the manipulation. You seen them push toward the downside like this. This was your indication to go for longs, right? Because let me mark off this low right quick and see what it looked like on the smaller time frame. You know, on the smaller time frame, it looked terrible. I thought if we move down to the smaller time frame, they would have showed some type of actual candle bodies down here, but it's still just wicks on every time frame. That was your manipulation down there when they ran that low, right? That's when they came down and grabbed they orders, and then they shoot straight toward the upside, really giving you no opportunity to get in, right? So anytime, that's why I always tell y'all, anytime you looking to go long, wait for them to run a low, right? You gotta have this stuff kind of like marked off before you even looking at the charts. Like, all right, any lows near me that if I'm looking to go long, is there any lows near me that price could run to that I'll be able to get into a buy at? This is not that clean of a low, but it's a low right here inside this consolidation though, right? And as you can see, they end up running that low. I don't know how you would have got in this trade, to be honest with you. I'm not even going to say and act like this was a trade that I would have got into, because it wouldn't, right? I don't like to see the moves look like this, but I'm telling you, this is the manipulation, right? This is probably what happened at 8:30 NFP day. They ran and came and grabbed that low right here to push toward 2387. And as you can see, we already close to it. So it's probably not even going to give you no opportunity to get in, right? To go toward that level, because they already grabbed the liquidity that they needed. After market closes above or below our fair value gap, what other confluence do we look for to know when it's time to enter? After market closes above or below our fair value gap. All right. So you talking about, just to make sure I understand what you're saying, you saying if price was to come up into this daily fair value gap right here, if price was to come into this daily fair value gap, what would you be looking for? Is that what you're saying? Would you not just wait for price to retrace into the fair value gap and then look for buys? Nah, let me tell you why not. It's because you gotta have if you doing that, you gotta put your stop loss at the low. Remember how y'all always telling me that y'all get into a fair value gap and you might take a trade like this, right? Say for instance, you targeting this gap that we looking at here on the hourly chart, right? A person who don't know no better, they'll put their stop loss right here below this gap, right? Now, how many times have you seen the market come down into a gap and scissor straight through it, right? They come down and go straight through the gap, but then the actual candlestick closes inside the gap. Have you ever seen that on any time frame though? You got a fair value gap, the market come down into it, it break through the fair value gap, but it still end up closing above it, right? The body. I ain't talking about the wick. I'm talking about the body. If that ever happened to you, it's because you didn't put your stop loss at the low. The market could push all the way down here, right? Super duper close to this low. As long as this low don't get broken, then that trade still valid, right? The only way it's not is invalid is if the low get broken, not if it pushed through the gap. Because there's gonna be a lot of times where you get into a trade and it actually push through the gap, but end up going back up and closing inside the gap, right? That's why I say you gotta let these candlesticks play out, especially if you want a higher time frame, right? Say you want an hourly chart and you expecting the hourly candle to come down and tap into this gap. Is you about to close this trade 5 minutes into that hourly candle just because it pushed through the gap? You got to get that candle a chance to rebound. You know what I'm saying? You got to give it a chance to actually close. So when I'm looking at trades like this, it's either I'm waiting for the candlestick to close. If it's pushing through my gap, I'm not even going to close the trade. I'm waiting to see how that candlestick close, and I'm waiting to see if it closes inside the gap. Now, if the candlestick close below the gap, right? Say for instance, it's like 2 minutes left on the candlestick, and we trading down here. That 2 minutes go past and it closed below this gap, then I know, all right, I probably should get out my trade. You get what I'm saying? But as long as as long as the body closed inside the gap or above it, that trade's still valid. I don't care how low it pushed down here, right? As long as that candlestick that touched the gap don't close below it, you straight. That go for the 5 minute, the 1 minute, all those time frames. The 1 minute a little bit different because sometimes the trade above the gap close above it and still trade down. But when you in those situations, it's usually like an order block that they traded up toward that's above the gap or below the gap. They usually trade toward an order block. So let me see US 30 right quick though, because I do want to see what they did. All right. With 8:30 at? Uh, Hold on. All right. Let me teach y'all something right quick. Now this going for like US 30 and Nas 100, right? If you get on the charts at, let's say, before 9:30 and you trying to catch like a quick scout, you could usually look at US 30 or Nas 100 and they'll leave like a high or a low on a smaller time frame at that 8:30 time frame, right? So you see how this 8:30 candle got this wick toward the downside and this wick up here? We go down to like the minute chart or something. You could see that they end up running and taking out that 8:30 liquidity right here. Right? So now, once they took out this low, they tried to push down and take it out again, but they failed. We had a displacement toward the upside. And now it looked like they trying to trade possibly up toward here to take out this level. So they probably gonna end up working both ends of the range. It ain't the prettiest setup in the world, but this is what I want y'all to start doing when y'all get on the charts, especially for like Nas and US 30. Just mark off that 8:30 candle. It's like a drawn liquidity, right? And this would be your post 8:30 drawn liquidity. But we could look at this example right here and see what the market about to do. Cause like I said, we had a fair value gap right here that was supposed to be a bullish fair value gap, right? But you see how the body pushing through it. Now this candle got like 7-8 seconds left on it. If this was to happen, say for instance, we not even in this trade yet, but we was just looking at it, right? Cause they did just take out a high right here, right? And now me make sure on the 2 and 3 minute ain't nothing. I be looking at every time frame. Like the way I trade, y'all be wondering how I be seeing so much stuff. I usually trade like this on my other monitor, not on this one that I'm using now. But like I literally have every single, all on the same pair. When I'm looking at one specific pair, I'm using every time frame that I like to look at. So I got the 15 minute, the 1 minute, 30 minute. I need to switch to US 30 though. All right, I got the 30 minute open, just so I can make sure I'm not overlooking that, especially when I'm just hopping on the charts and I'm like trying to do an analysis real quick. It's good to see every single time frame, because every single one of these time frames gonna let you know something different. All right, what I'm looking at on the 1 minute might not even be the real move. So I gotta be able to look and see every single time frame. And I ain't about to leave this up here like this the whole time. This, well, I got dollar on here. Hold on, US 30. All right, we got US 30 up here on every single one of these time frames. And this is how you really want to be trading. This probably gonna be a little weird for y'all, cause this screen is small, right? So unless you got like one of them wide monitors, it might be hard for you to see this type of stuff. But yeah, looking at US 30, you can see how they traded out of this bullish fair value gap, right? And they trading back toward the downside. They probably gonna run that low again down here. Let me go back full screen though. So they probably gonna end up running this low down here. And then they use this gap right here as an inverted fair value gap, right? So instead of them using it as a bullish fair value gap, they'll use it as a bearish fair value gap. Trading down toward this level right here. So if I was to take a trade in that, I'd probably look to get in inside that one. Stop like up here. Targeting that low down here. What's this, like a 1 to 3 almost? But this is basically how I be trading. Y'all got any questions though? Yeah, you can. But nah, I ain't gonna lie. I actually like doing this live trade and stuff with y'all, right? It just be certain days that I'd rather get on here and study with y'all versus actually be placing a trade. Cause every day ain't really a day that you gotta, you know what I'm saying, place a trade just cause you get on here. I don't know. Once I get everything set up how I want it set up, cause I do want to put the face cam back on here. And I do want to put the face cam on here and do like actual live trading on here with y'all where I actually place a trade, stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I was looking at for this setup right here. You know what I'm saying? We actually, that's why I say sometimes it's better to just sit on your hands and let the market tip its hand to you. But the reason why, like this for instance, could be a trade, right, where you get into it and you sell toward the downside. The only reason I probably wouldn't take this is because of the time. As you can see, it's 9:51. 10 o'clock about to be right around the corner. You get what I'm saying? So y'all know 10 o'clock is like my silver bullet strategy, where I get on and I'll look at a trade between 10 and 11, see if they run a draw on liquidity, displace, and then see whichever direction they go. So I wouldn't want to even be in the trade before that. But if I was, and another thing I do is that y'all probably don't know, I got multiple different account sizes, right? So I got a big account I probably trade like twice a week on. I got smaller accounts and I always still deposit smaller accounts still, like deposit 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and try to see if I could flip that into 10K, 20K. And for each account, it's different strategies, right? I might only do the silver bullet on my big account because I know that, all right, that's like my highest win rate, the silver bullet. But I don't see that trade set up every single day. You get what I'm saying? At 10 through 11, it might not play out every single day. So I got to choose like the two best ones of the week, right? I trade those two, win or lose. Though I take those 2 trades a week on my bigger account. On my smaller accounts, I could trade every day if I want to look and see if I could try to get some type of scout, right? Because as long as I'm looking at multiple different pairs, it's possible that I can find a trade on something. You get what I'm saying? Because the strategy go for every single pair. It's not limited to just one pair. But my point was, it's good to have different accounts for different things, because I know a lot of people will sit there. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find an example on here at 10 to 11, right? Let's see if I can find something between 10 to 11. But I don't know. This sale looking cool. But the thing is, we still inside this range, so it's kind of weird. But I don't know. I think they probably end up running this low again. Yeah, I think they probably end up running this low, and then target and then shooting for this and higher to end the day off. We about to see and watch it play out though. Like I said, every trade we get, I mean, even though this is a setup I'm looking at, if I wasn't on stream, I'd probably take it. But since I'm on stream and I'm like I said, today we said we weren't gonna pull nothing. Just wait and see what the market doing. Sometimes it's good to just sit there and watch, because imagine if I would have got into a trade right here, right? Safe answers today. I said I'm not trading today, even though I'm getting on this on the YouTube. I ain't gonna let y'all encourage me to trade today if I said I'm not gonna trade today, right? But imagine if I would have went against what I said and I would have pulled this buy, right? Imagine if I would have pulled this buy inside this fair value gap trying to target this high. Guess what would have happened? I would have got stopped out, right? Or the trade wouldn't have been going in my weight. Right now it's looking like it's pushing back up, but that ain't what my setup like look like. It don't shoot below that low like that. I mean, shoot below the fair value gap and close below it with all these different candles. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why it's good to be disciplined, because sometimes you will do what you said you wasn't going to do just because it looked like something that you want. And you got to remember, you do not control these markets at all. Whatever you think might happen, the market could do something completely different. That's why they say don't trade on news, right? Now, sometimes I might get into a trade before news even come out, and I'm going to just hold my trade because I'm already in it, right? My risk management good. I only could lose probably a little bit extra money because of slippage, right? But besides that, most of the time, I ain't trying to trade while news is coming out. because I already know it could do whatever it want to do, right? Look at this at 8:30 when NFP came out. Look at this weird candle that they gave. The candlestick open here, shoot to the downside, shoot to the upside. It just ain't no. It's not a situation that you want to put yourself in. So a lot of the times it's just better to wait instead of us just pulling the trade as soon as they get into the gap. Sometimes it's cool to just wait and see what the candlesticks do. See if they close above the 50% of the gap. Since we was patient on this and we ain't trade, right? We saved ourselves from taking a bad trade, and you kind of get a better idea of what they actually trying to do. You get what I'm saying? So you now we see that, okay, cool, they traded below this gap. Now they gonna probably use it as an inverted. And as you can see what they do, come back up to the gap, tap it, and now they looking like they starting to push down. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, Dr. Mister, you can still get in. Hold on, somebody had asked me something though. The dude was all right. So the dude who had asked me about that fair value gap on a daily chart, right on gold. Get in before news drop. Volume takes me to take. Yeah, that's sometimes though, Benihana. Sometimes it'll take you. Sometimes you would get in right before news and price will take you to take profit. Sometimes it won't though. Let me see. Let me see. But what I just tell y'all about Nas 100 though is it ain't no structure for you to trade to, right? All you would be doing on Nas is just hoping that they continue to go up. Nas ready for a reversal at any point now. It's no structure up here for you to have a valid take profit. You get what I'm saying? No, I'm not in the trade. Yeah, hey, J-Mo, I gotta wait until 10 to 11 because, are you saying, can I go look for one? Oh, all right, hold on, let me see. What had the best price action? Not US 30 didn't get no good price action this week, so I probably got to try it on Nas. Let me see. So usually what I do is, let me see. I'm gonna mark off a couple of these levels right quick. See if I can find an example. I'm gonna see how many silver bullets we got this week during Nas. On Nas. That's Tuesday. This Monday. All right. All right. So I'm gonna start off on Monday right quick. And we're gonna go down to like the 5-minute first. Here we go. I know y'all probably hear my keyboard and my mouse clicking, but Alchemist, what you talking about? I don't understand how do you use Hanko Trade and trade on Hanko X, but you had those because I still got accounts on MetaTrader. I got an account with Eagle FX. They still on MetaTrader and Eagle FX didn't ban the US traders who was already trading on their platform before they stopped accepting new US clients, right? If you already had an account with Eagle FX before the day where they stopped accepting US traders, they still allow you to use the platform. So I still can use MetaTrader 4, right? As long as I'm trading on Eagle FX. If I trade on anything else, I can't because I don't know no other brokers that's on MetaTrader 4 that got a good reputation. You know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can find this for bruh right quick. Usually when I'm doing a silver bullet, it's on a 1 minute though, because the 1 minute get like the best price action for like that scalp. Looking at you on Monday, 10 o'clock here. Yeah, this high. I don't really like that one. I wouldn't consider that. They didn't have no silver bullet on Monday. It should stick out to you like a sore thumb for real. Yeah, 10 o'clock. All right. This wasn't a silver bullet either. Because they didn't run the low, right? I was looking to see if they ran this low down here before they continue moving up. But they ain't take this low out. So this was another missed opportunity for real. Because remember, all right, so y'all probably trying to see what the criteria for the silver bullet is, right? If we trying to go long, you want to see them do this. Let me see with that brush tool. You want to see them run this low, take out a high, right? Take out a high. After they take out this high, you want to see some type of fair value gap, right? Now you would see it either look like this, where it's toward the lower end. Sometimes it may be toward the upper end. Which one do you really want to take? You want to take the lower end one. But this not really, I'm not really telling y'all this is a perfect example, because if they run the high like this, you will usually want to see them just come right back down into it. But they gotta run a low first, because they gotta grab that liquidity, right? What do you say? What leverage do you recommend for my small $500 account? I was thinking 1 to 100. Probably. All right, Mazzelane, I'll let you later, Brody. Probably like I use 1 to 500. Just cause it's like if you trading a $500 account, why not just have the most leverage that you could use to try to flip it? You know what I'm saying? $500 is not like the end of the world, so it's like you might as well be a little risky on it. Let me see. Nas 100 didn't really get no clean silver bullet this week. They didn't. It don't look like they gave one at all for real. Like if you look at it, just been pushing straight up. That's why I say Nas just trading at all time highs. There's no structure up here. They ain't creating no structure. It's just continuing to go toward the upside. 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock right here. Do this look like any type of clean price action? No. Anybody that been really, if you've been trading Nas this week and you've been on the smaller time frames trading it, you really just been forcing setups, because ain't nothing clean. All the people I know that trade Nas 100 and US 30, all they been doing is sit on their hands this week. And I'm talking about these millionaire traders. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to know when to not touch it, because these is not no clean setups. Even, let me see what's going on over here for Nas. We in 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock right now. Let's see something. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up US 30 as well, just to have them both side by side. US 30, let me go to the minute. But y'all see how that trade played out though? I don't know if anybody in the stream took this or not, but you see how they traded back up into the gap? They traded back up, tapped the gap. Let me move this off this right quick. They traded back up toward this gap and use it as an inverted to trade down. This is something I ain't never teach y'all on my YouTube channel before, because this ain't the setup that I be teaching people. I be teaching y'all just a silver bullet. But this was another trade setup that's in my vault. You know what I'm saying? The inverted fair value gaps. And those is very high probability, because if it trade through a bullish fair value gap and a low wasn't ran when they made that move. All right, so I'm about to give y'all some gems right quick. All right, so look at US 30, right? So remember I was telling y'all that 830 level that we was looking at? How they came down here and ran it right here? But then if you look at it, they tried to come back down and run this low again, but they failed, right? You don't really want to see price action like this if you're trying to go toward the upside. If you're trying to go toward the upside, you want to see them run a low, explode through a high, right? So you see how they had this move right here where they just traded straight above that high? That's what you want to see exactly after they run this low, right? Not they run the low, they come and print a new high, a new high, and then they come down, try to touch the low again, but fail, and then they make a new high. If you see that, use this high as the drawn liquidity. They trade through the gap. You just use the gap to trade down to this level, right? Because they obviously was trying to go down here and take out this low, but they needed to grab some liquidity first, right? They needed to stop somebody out. Who did they stop out? Anybody that had they stops right here got stopped out. Trade down to this gap. Anybody that was thinking to go long in this gap, what happened? They most likely got stopped out if they stop anywhere below this, right? Anywhere below this fair value gap. If they didn't have they stop all the way down here at this low, they most likely got stopped out, right? But then what do we know? Since we know that the market will use an old fair value gap and use that to trade off of, we go back up, wait for them to tap into the gap, and then we take the trade, right? Going down to this low. And then after we take out this low, we could reassess and say, okay, cool, now I'm gonna see them take out the other end of this range, right? Because we know if they're gonna make a move toward this high, they're gonna stop somebody out. You get what I'm saying? If they're gonna go toward the upper end, toward the buy side, they gotta stop out sell side. This is how it works. This is how the market works. They gotta use liquidity to get liquidity. Hey, DeAndre, you in a Discord? Let me know if anybody took that US 30 move though. When they came back up on that inverted fair value gap. Did anybody take this? Nah, for real, this all I'm here for today though, cause it's the end of the week. Everybody mostly done did everything they was gonna do. Nah, it's still open for now, precise. But like what was this? It's about our usual like a 50 pip take profit for 85 pip. Yeah, it's about a 1 or 2 almost. You said you did, but you was in before. Oh, all right, for sure. All right, shout out to that. As long as somebody was able to take it. Now what we want to see, now we looking at US 30. Let's go to a higher time frame right quick. Okay, cool. So look, it's a chance that US 30 could not even run this high up here. Why? Because what we got down here toward the downside still. We still got these equal lows down here, right? So US 30 might run all the way down here before going up. You know what I'm saying? But we just gotta wait and see what happens. See how they trade. Like I said, I would like to see them take out this liquidity toward this side and then continue to go up to end the day off, but we just gotta wait and see. But just off that little one move right there, we just banked. We would have banked 100. You know what I'm saying? If we would have held it a little bit lower than that low, 126 pips. You know what I'm saying? Off a trade that we had to change our bias on by being patient and letting the market come to us. Because originally what we thought, we was thinking buys. But then we sat on our hands and we was able to see the real move. All right, they're going to use that inverted fair value, got boom. You see how sometimes it's good to just get on the charts and just study? Yeah, I'm going to take the video and I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the video and put it in the educational section on the Discord so y'all can see. But let me look at NASDAQ right quick too though. See if they doing anything. See, the thing with NASDAQ is it's no structure, right? So I can't even really touch NAS 100 in no type of way because only way I'll be able to trade this is going toward the upside. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't really liking what they doing. But as you can see, we just ran some highs up here. We just took out this buy side liquidity. So NAS 100. Let's see if we could do this before it even happened. NAS 100. And remember, just because I ain't trading today don't mean that y'all don't have to. I'll never tell y'all what to do. I give y'all advice and say, I don't think y'all should be trading today or nothing. But me doing this is just for my discipline, right? Because I know how I get on NFP day on Fridays, and the market always spank me, right? So I ain't even, yeah, the Discord's still open. You could you probably gotta go to my other channel and look at the link, but hold on, I'll post it in the chat for you. I ain't closed it yet because it really ain't got out of like it ain't really become uncontrollable for me yet, right? Because I know how I get on. It's the Discord link right here, and I kind of been liking everybody being in it. To be honest with you, I like the community vibes and stuff. Everybody cool. So hold on. All right, let's see. Yeah, US 30 still tanking. Look how many if this go all the way down here, look how many pips that was off US 30. Or for 1 minute trade setup. It'll be a potential 350 pips on this move if it was to go all the way down to that low. Now, looking at NASDAQ, what do we want to see them do? We want to see them go down there to that low. So that's giving me a little bit of confidence that US 30 probably will do the same thing, right? Even on NAS though, you want to make sure you checking multiple time frames. Now, it looked like a silver bullet lining up on NAS 100 because we did run this high. We did take out this buy side liquidity up here. We did run a low, right? So for those who was asking me what a silver bullet supposed to look like, you got a drawn liquidity, right? Or you got some highs during that session. So we got these highs right here. They got taken out. Where would our drawn liquidity be? It'll be down here at this low, right now. We want to see them take out this low before they continue to go higher. So we ran this low. We ran this high. We closed above it, as you can see. You see how we closed above it? We break below this low right here. Then we leave a fair value gap up here. Why would you be using this fair value gap over this one? Because this one is in a deeper premium, right? If we looking at price legs and how they work, you got premiums and discounts. If we pull our fib from here to this low, which one is above the 50%? Which fair value gap is above the 50%? It's this one, right? Which one is above that 62 and line up with that 70 and that 79? It's this one. This the one that they gonna go to. Why? It's because that's where they get they best order at, right? They gonna get the best price up here at a discount. Why would they want to place their orders here when they could get it up here? So now once they run into this gap up here, we'll put our stop loss up there at that high, and then we'll want to target. My bad. Take this off since we're not using that gap anyway. It'll look like this. This is how it's really supposed to look, the silver bullet. You supposed to really go for that first low, right? Now, sometimes we hold it a little longer trying to get a one or you know what I'm saying, a 1 or 2 or something like that. But really you want to take it at that first low. So you will want to get out down here for a 1-to-1. The silver bullet not supposed to pay you 100 pips a day. You know what I'm saying? Now we do that because of what we be knowing what the drawn liquidity is. So instead of us taking profit here, we could hold it down here to this low, right? And get 130 pips, you know what I'm saying? Or for just a 35 pip stop loss. So we gonna watch this NAS 100 trade and see how this play out. And yeah, we about to see what happens. Like I said, this would be our first target, this low down here. Because all we doing is waiting for them to go into a premium and then trade back down below that low. And anything else after that is just extra. That's why I say when you trade in this strategy, you really want to make sure you pulling off partials at like a 1-to-1, and then you can lead the rest of the run. So we about to sit and watch Nas right quick and see what happened. Like I said, if you is gonna take this trade, make sure you just get in with a small risk. It's Friday. Nas 100 just been doing crazy stuff, so make sure you ain't risking your whole account over just one setup. You'll appreciate you, Ty. What you think about gold? Let me see. I don't know. I think gold's still going up. I don't really see no way to get into that though, just because of how this low is down here. and you know what I'm saying, you basically opening yourself up to say the market could come all the way back down here, take this out, and then go up. Because there's no guarantee that it's about to even go straight to 2387. You know what I'm saying? Remember what I told you. If you looking to buy, you want to buy below old lows. If you looking to sell, you want to sell above old highs. You never want to sell or buy in the middle, right? If you trade in the middle and you lose, that's on you. I ain't trading, but I'm on here just showing y'all what it looked like when I do get into trades. You know what I'm saying? I already done traded enough this week. So I ain't trading no more this week. I'll probably get back to it next week. Next week for sure I'm getting back to it. But I took like 3 trades this week. And the market really ain't been giving me what I want to see. So you said, what's my fib size? I'm gonna let you see right quick. This is what I got on here. I'm missing the bottom level. I don't know what that bottom level is. I gotta click on here and test it out. But for the most part, all I use is the 70, the 50, the 62, and the 79. Whatever this minus 24 is, what is this? It don't even show up. So this really irrelevant. You really don't need this one on here either, but yeah, these are levels I use. 79, 70, 62, and the 50. I just need to know what that discount and that premium is. So let's see what US 30 doing. US 30 looking cool too. I'm wondering if they're gonna go. Yeah, it's probably 0. So yeah, it's probably that 0 level. I don't like it being on my chart just cause it look way cleaner not having those 2 up here. You know what I'm saying? All I really need to see is just these levels up here. So we about to see how this trade play out. This is what the silver bullet usually would look like though. They'll run a high, right? Displaced toward the downside. You see how aggressive this move was after they ran these highs up here? They displaced toward the downside, retrace up into a fair value gap. And then guess what? They actually got an order block lined up right here with it. And it's an inverted fair value gap on here as well. So it's a lot of things that get this level of, you know what I'm saying, that make this level strong. But I'm gonna go back though to what we originally had. So all right, so now price coming into our fair value gap. This is where we'll be placing our trade at, right? Like I said, stops will be above this high because what happened? If they go above that high, then the trade setup is no longer valid, right? And there's nothing wrong with the trade going against you. You got to know when to stop. If you got stopped out, why did we sit here and be so patient with this? Because this is our best opportunity out the day. We know for a fact that between 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, if we patient and let the market paint a picture for us, we going to be able to see. This is our best opportunity of the day because we were so patient and we waited for this to come to us. We didn't sit here and just trade at a random time of day. We didn't trade at 7:56, 6:25, 5:30. We know what time our setup's supposed to show up every single day. So we look for the same thing every single day. You get what I'm saying? So now it's like, that's how you build consistency though, because you know what your setup look like. You sticking to every single criteria for your setup. Then you sticking to a specific time window. So I know my setup only got an hour to play out. An hour for me to find an entry between 10 o'clock to 11. I don't have to find the entry exactly at 10 o'clock. My entry could come at 10:19 like it just happened, right? Our entry just happened at 10:19. But for 19 minutes, I sat there and been patient. I didn't force no trade. I wasn't pressed to be in the market. You know what I'm saying? I let the market paint the picture for me, and then look what happened when you got the patience. We're gonna see if this melt down toward this level down here. And see if we go a little bit lower. Now for US 30 a little bit different right now between 10 and 11. That first setup that we took right here, this happened before our silver bullet. So this was not a silver bullet on US 30. This was just us understanding price action, right? Once you get good enough and you understand price action, you will be able to trade random times. But it all gotta make sense though, right? Like I told y'all, this was the 830. We was basing this whole setup right here off the 830 drawing liquidity that they created, right? So based off of that, we was able to take this trade down here. You know what I'm saying? Low risk trade, about 47 pips to get. How many did they give? They paid out about 140 pips, but our take profit would have been probably like 87, right? And now we about to see what they do on US 30. Is US 30 gonna work the other end of the range? Cause they still got that drawn liquidity up here that need to be taken out, right? And looking at the daily chart. Okay, so US 30 did end up going bearish. So yeah, so that's a good indication that the price could continue to go down because they broke below the previous day low, right? So yeah, that's a good indication that this might continue to go short down to this level down here. So it's just all about patience and waiting. Now let's see what Nas 100 doing. Let's see if they respect this gap. We right here trading at the 50% of it now. So now, you know what I'm saying, this the highest that you usually really want to see it go is at that 50%. See how they close below the 50%? This like the best entry that you could get at a fair value gap is right here at the 50%. I don't get nervous when price pushing up into the gap a little more after we get in. Because why? We know that if they touch that 50%, we expect it for them to react off of that. Now let's see the market melt down to our first target. Nah, see with US 30, they already kind of tipped their hand to you. They showed you that they trying to go toward the downside when they broke below. Hold on. When they broke below. My bad. They showed you they trying to go toward the downside when they broke below the previous day low. Right? So now all I really want to see is US 30 sell. I just want to see US 30 shoot straight down here. That's why I'm telling y'all, when it comes to letting the market tip its hand to you, they gonna literally show you what they gonna do. Right? I'm saying if y'all wanted to take the trades that I'm showing y'all could get in it. Just don't be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I said, I ain't entering the trades, but I am getting on here just to give y'all some direction for the people that might be trading today. You know what I'm saying? Just cause I ain't trading today don't mean that y'all don't have to. Y'all could do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown. But I'm just not placing no trades. I don't care what setup I see. It's just how I keep myself disciplined. But that's why I got on here and did it live, so I ain't got to send y'all no signal. Y'all could just get on here, watch what I'm doing. And if y'all feel like the setups make sense, y'all could take the trade. So like for US 30, them breaking below the previous day low, I don't see no way that they gonna come all the way back up here and take out this previous day high as well. It just, that ain't how the market really work. So I'm expecting for US 30 to go toward the downside. We about to see what happens. Especially if we trade below this low again, then yeah, we definitely about to fall. But see, this is something that some people would have probably got confused on. If you're looking at US 30, you see that we got a fair value gap right here, right? We got a fair value gap right there. Some people probably would have think, all right, this look like a silver bullet on US 30. Now, why would this not classify as a silver bullet for us, right? Because they never broke above no old high after they ran this low. They ran this low, but what did they do? They created a high, but they didn't run no old high. It's no solid high on this 1 minute time frame right here after this low got ran. If they was to take out a high, it would be them running up here. Right now, we did print a high right here, but how would this even be valid for us to consider trading above? We would have to trade below this low again, right? Because this is the high that they printed after they put this low in. It wasn't no high that was in that area for us to displace above and take a fair value gap and trade higher. So in my opinion, US 30 probably blow through this low again. And even with Nas 100, you still really not getting worried about what they doing inside this gap, because the market don't always move when you want to, right? We think that a lot of the times just because we get into a trade, it's supposed to just instantly go in our favor as soon as we place buy. Because we wait, it don't matter if it took you 2 or 3 days for price to go into your area of entry. That don't mean that the market just gonna straight move because you want it to, right? It don't mean that it's gonna move just because you got your trade in. You gotta let the market do what it do. It might consolidate we might get into this trade, it might consolidate for 20 minutes before it decide to drop. It might sit inside this gap for 20 minutes before it decide to drop. That's just part of trading. You can't force the market to move when you want it to move. It's all about patience, Brian, just not worried about the outcome, right? Because we already know what the outcome that we want. The outcome we want is to make money. But it's 2 outcomes, though, that can happen. You can lose or you can make money. You can't be afraid to lose, because the only way that you're going to make money is if you're not afraid to lose. Because what happened when you in trades and when you first started trading and you got into these trades and they start going against your bias, you instantly start closing out trades. You might close a trade, see it start going back down, and then you enter again. It start going up a little bit. You're like, damn, man, I'm going to just get out of it. Now you done close 2 losses for no reason, when you could have literally just let that one trade play out. And guess what? Those 2 trades that you got nervous and closed on, it still end up playing out. It still never hit your stop loss. Why you lost, though? Because you were scared of the other outcome. How you going to think you're going to make money? If you go to the casino, you already going to the casino with the mindset that you about to lose your bread. Yep, what do you say? Death by 1,000 cuts. Exactly. When you go in the casino, you are already expecting to lose your money. I don't think nobody walk in the casino and say, I'm about to win today. Right? You already know, damn, bro, if I go in here with $1,000 and I get too greedy, or I start gambling too much, I'm probably gonna lose my whole 1,000. Even if you win $1,000, what do you do after you win that 1,000? The average person gonna say, oh, I'm up 1,000, I can still gamble a little more. They go back and lose 700. And now you just left with only $300 when you could have took the 1,000 and left. But you don't know how to appreciate the wins so much that you're willing to lose over taking a win, if that makes sense. Like you up $1,000, but you want to get in another win. You want to win again so bad that you're willing to lose that whole 1,000 that you just made, knowing that was really by luck. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, you just got to really have a shift in your mindset as far as how trading works, because trading is really the same thing as gambling, bro. It's really just like the casino. But the thing about trading is different is that we kind of have a little bit of an edge as far as the way the markets work. When it comes to the casino, you really got no control over that. But with the markets, as long as you stick to discipline, you could control your risk management in the markets. You could control when you place in trades, how many trades you take a day. You could cut your losses in the market. You can't do that in a casino. Once you place that bet, whatever amount of money you bet that's what's on the line. But in trading, they give you a little bit more flexibility to be able to control your risk. You know what I'm saying? You could close your trade early if you feel like it's not respecting your setup. You could close your profits early, right? You might be up. Say for instance, price started to push down, and you don't like how the price action looking. You could close your trade early and bank profits. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a lot of things in trading that give you a little bit of an advantage to where you really, if you really just shape yourself as a trader, the money gonna come. The rest of it gonna come. That's the best way I could put it. But nah, you see what happened though? Like, you see how we looking at odds and we wanted to get into this trade right here, and it's taking a while to play out. This is just part of the game. This is what happened when they have an explosive move like this. Anytime you see like explosive moves, look at how the market been trading today. Explosive move toward the upside, explosive move back down. They come back up into our entry point and then they start consolidating. This is natural. You don't really want to get worried about none of this. You just let the market do what it do. I don't care how many times they trade out of this gap and trade back into it. This gap is our entry point. It could come back up here as many times as they want to. All they doing is filling orders in this area. If the market is about to go short, they using this right here as opportunities to keep on filling orders until they got enough orders that they're gonna drop. So, what is more stronger or likely to for price to go between fair value gap and order block since they both are in the premium? That's a good question. Now, this how I could put that. The order block usually higher than the fair value gap, right? So the order block would be your best entry, right? Say for instance, if we looking at the charts right now, and we see the market push up more toward like the top end of this gap. They could be pushing up into this order block, right? Just because that's the highest point that they could get they positions in to go short, right? So if you thinking like the bank, your best entry opportunity would be at the order block, right? And when you're looking at the order block, it's this whole sequence of candles right here. It's not just the bodies. You got to include the wicks in that as well. So you will be looking at these two green candles right here that line up with each other. This your order block. From this low of this wick to the high of this wick. That's the whole order block right there. So you see how price just traded up into it? That's them trading into the order block, right? So yeah, the order block is the best entry that you could get. It give you the best risk to reward. Cause the higher that you get in, say for instance, we was to get in right here, now we only got an 18 pip stop loss, right? And it's one of those things where it's like I know that they probably will push up to the gap. I mean to the order block, but it's no guarantee. So I just want to make sure I'm in the move. I get in the move, it's whichever possible area that the market give me, and that's the fair value gap. Is like, all right, if you get in here, you know you can't go wrong. You know it's a chance that you ain't gonna miss your setup if it's gonna play out. Waiting for them to tap into that order block, you got to be able to understand that you might miss your move sometimes because they might not always go up into that order block. Sometimes they is going to trade straight into the gap and just straight melt, right? Sometimes they won't even push up to the 50% of the gap. But these are things that you just going to have to be able to understand and accept when you placing trades. Like, okay, cool. If I'm a hold till they get to the order block before I get my entry in, you got to be able to accept that you might not get filled. The order block right here. These two green candles right here before price end up displacing toward the downside. It's not just one single candle. When they lined up like this beside each other, you using the whole order block, right? So you're using both. This high and this low. Both of these candles right here. Let's see what happened. Let's see if they trade through this gap or and continue to go higher, or if they gonna trade toward the downside. I'm wondering why they end up trading down here, because it wasn't really nothing for them to trade to. Let me check the 5-minute. We did have a little gap right there, but yeah, this little teeny fair value gap here. Let me see what that look like on a 15. I still don't like it. Let's see what happened though. Like I said, I'm getting off the charts at 11 o'clock, and we'll be back Monday. Y'all want me to do a live on Monday next week? Will we actually probably get into a trade on Monday? I might go live the whole week next week. I don't know. I gotta check my schedule and see if I got the time to do it. But let me know if y'all want me to do a live on Monday. I could do something like I could probably do something like $1,000 challenge or something. See what we could bring $1,000 to by the end of the week. Something that y'all be able to you know what I'm saying, get a little inspiration from or something. Cause I know everybody probably could scrape up $1,000 and trade with, you know what I'm saying? Just to show y'all what's possible with a low amount. All right, man. So that's probably what I do. I probably load up $1,000 and then see what we could bring that to by the end of the week. Even if I don't do live trading every single day of the week, I still update y'all with the progress of the account in my Discord. So yeah, usually when I get on here and do lives, Max, I usually do trade live. I mean, I usually do play trades. It just was today already. I had told y'all on Wednesday that I wasn't gonna trade on Thursday and Friday because yesterday was a bank holiday. Today is NFP. I don't really like trading on NFP day because the NFP day, is one of the days where I always lose, right? Especially if I ain't trading on here live, because when you live trade, you a little bit more hesitant of what you do. You know what I'm saying? I got other people following me, so it's like I gotta be very. I can't just be reckless on the charts. You get what I'm saying? You say, do I have a Lambo? Nah, I don't even want one, to be honest with you. I ain't really no car person like that, bro. Like I be but y'all see Nas 100 though. I ain't really no car person, bro. I'm more into shoes and clothes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I always had BMWs though. Every car I ever owned was a BMW. So that's like my favorite type of car. But yeah, I'd rather spend my money on like crypto, clothes and shoes for real, versus me buying cars. Cause I don't, it ain't like I'm driving nowhere for real. So what me having a car just gonna be sitting there. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like it's backwards too. Like if I ain't even got no, cause I don't even know where I wanna like live at permanently. Cause I do wanna move, but I don't know where I wanna live at permanently. I gotta go check some places out. Check out Miami, check out Texas, check out I don't know, I gotta check out some places. So it's like, why would I buy a car that costs that much money and I ain't even got nowhere to really like put it at? You get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to have no Lambo in no apartment complex. That's backwards. I get that when I get me like a house and I'm like, all right, this is where I'm gonna live at. I can start getting my little toys, you know what I'm saying? But I got nice cars though. Made 38K on gold last night in the Asian to London on buys on. I didn't change this morning. I caught my move. Did you take that on like a funded account or that was your live account? But nah, let me know in the comment section though. Did anybody learn anything today? Cause that's more important to me than y'all making money. Did you learn something? Cause making winning a trade, that's a one-time occurrence. You know what I'm saying? That's only one thing that you did was win a trade. But did you learn how to trade? How the trade was won? Did you learn anything from the day? Highs, I got three. All right, for sure. You said come to the UK. Bro, you know what it is though? I hate plane rides, bro. Like I don't like sitting on the plane for more than like 5 hours, bro. Anything over that, I don't even want to go. You hear me? I don't like sitting down for that long, bro. I don't know what it is. I don't like sitting down that long. Even when it comes to like car rides, bro. Like I don't want to drive nowhere if it's over 5 hours. I know that be limiting where I go though, but at the same time, it's like I don't know. I don't like sitting that long. It's just something that I don't like. No, I've been like this since I was a kid. But yeah, you see, let's look at Nas though. You see how we just traded back out of this fair value gap, and you see how they coming right back up to the 50% of it again. Now, a lot of the times you will see people, they see another fair value gap and they'll mark this off too. You don't have to keep marking off gaps every single time you see one on a 1 minute chart. Use that same gap that you had initially based your setup off, right? If we looking at Nas and we saying, all right, cool, they traded out of this gap right here. We see they just respected the fair value gap. We traded below it. Now we just want to see if they respect the 50% of this gap right here. And that's going to let us know whether or not they going to actually try to, you know what I'm saying, continue going our way or not. Is they respecting this gap still? We ain't trying to mark off no whole new fair value gaps on the 1 minute because it's just pointless. So now we looking at it. We still looking at that same exact gap that we took, that we got our entry off of, right? If we was to be in this trade, we not trying to mark off no new gaps or none of that. We just leaving that same one there and we just expand it until price drop out of it. You don't have to mark off a gap every single time it appear, because then you just overlapping them. And the one that matter the most is this original one. Yeah, I always enter on the fair value, guys. I'm trying to wait and see if this trade end up going toward this drawing liquidity down here, right here. Before I get off, I want to see if this play out. Because if this play out, then that was a silver bullet for the day. So I'm trying to see if we end up going down here or continue running toward the upside. And US 30, they did trade off that gap down here. So we about to see what US 30 do, if they continue to go long or not. But oh, that was a cool little study session though. I'm glad everybody came on here to get some questions. Yeah, it's looking like they trying to go toward the upside. See what I'm saying though? Nas 100 be on that BS. Let's see what happened. I'm gonna mark off this high right quick. Let's see what they do. What gold do? They gold push up? What you mean? You said you thought I thought once the gap closed, it's closing. What you mean once the gap is closed? Explain that for me right quick. Yeah, gold stayed inside this little gap here. On a 15-minute, this was a strong gap. See how they closed exactly at the body? That was a cool little move on gold that could have been taken, but let's see. Good with Nas 100. Yeah, Nas looking like it's running the stop. Let's see though. You said appreciate you actually teaching and not being no gatekeeper. Motherfuckers just be trying to get views or sell courses. Yeah, I know how it be, Brody. Shit, I don't know. I just be feeling like the more you give people for free, like it make it, I don't know, it make it way easier for you if you did want to sell something in the future. Like if you felt you had something that was actually worth selling in the future, and you give people a lot of information for free, it'll make them want to support you in the long run. You know what I'm saying? But just always feeling like you gotta charge people for every single thing you do for them. I ain't one of those type of people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hustler. I know people want to know what they getting themselves into before they spend their money. Look how long I was running YouTube before I decided to like open a Discord up to the public. I was doing YouTube for about 7-8 months. You know what I'm saying? Just me figuring out my audience, giving y'all a bunch of free trading knowledge. Cause then y'all understand what y'all getting yourself into versus you just being like, oh, I'm gonna just go sign up to Kenzo course or something. And you buy it and now you don't even know what none of this stuff mean. You gotta ask me a million questions. I'd rather y'all understand all the basics first. This is why I just give it to y'all for free. Like, all right, huh? This what I do. This how I do it. No sugarcoating it. I do it all live so y'all can see that I'm calling the setups out before it happened. We making the money. Everything that I'm like, my whole YouTube channel is really like a course for real. Yo, that was a crazy bow off US 30. That was a crazy bow off that low. That was a crazy bow off US 30 down here. See, I ain't think this was gonna be no silver bullet because I didn't like the high. Like, if you look at this candle right here, this ain't what it usually look like when I'm taking a silver bullet, right? I'm usually taking it after they break like a high like this. But I don't know, this was a good little learning opportunity though. As far as like US 30, because I don't know, that was a weird move for them to make. But it was cool though. I like how they traded out of this. Let me see, how many pips was this? What was the rest of reward on this move? And you know what I do, y'all? Anytime I see like a setup that end up playing out, I screenshot it. So y'all should probably start doing that. Screenshotting the setups, and then I like journal it on my computer in like a folder. So I might got screenshots of a whole bunch of different US 30 setups, right? So if I'm trading the silver bullet, I got a bunch of screenshots of every time the silver bullet happened on US 30 for me, right? Same thing for gold and stuff. If I'm trading gold or something, I'm a screenshot all the times that my trade setup ended up playing out, and I'm gonna put it in the folder just so I could go back and look at those pictures and be like, all right, this is what my setup supposed to look like. This what the variation of my setup look like, right? Because it's not gonna always be perfect every time. So like, even for this, even for the losses, was something that I'm about to start doing now with the losses. I mean, I don't know. It looked like it's about to hit stop up here. Nas 100 weird, bro. I don't. This shit been playing so many games the past week. It ain't really give no silver bullet the whole week. And the one that I thought it was gonna be, it pushed out the gap, but it didn't. It failed to go down here and take out this low. That's why I say when you trade on a pair that everybody's so pressed to trade Nas 100, but how you like it's trading at an all-time high. It's really no structure for you to base these setups off on a higher time frame. All you could really do is just take lower time frame setups and hope that you could get in and get out right quick. But I don't know. It still hadn't taken out that high yet. So like I always say, until they take out that high, the setup is still it's still a possibility that the setup could be valid. That's why I don't ever close my trades like when it's super duper close, because it could do what it's doing now, reverse. And then say for instance, even if you didn't like the setup no more, and the market came back down, you would be able to get out at break even. You know what I'm saying, or a little bit, or at a smaller loss. But what's the point of me closing the trade out that's a couple of points away from my stop loss? All I'm doing is saving myself a couple dollars. But opening myself up for the trade to actually still go my way is like, yeah, I don't know. Nas 100 looking choppy now. It was looking good at first. Now it was looking choppy again. That's why I hate this pair. US 30 been actually a lot cleaner though. So like off these two setups that we looked at today, US 30 had the better move. So we end up calling out this US 30 sell right here off the inverted fair value gap. And we called this Nas 100 short inside this gap. But they playing around. It's looking like they still trying to go up. Especially since US 30 trading up. US 30 traded off this gap. Nas 100 probably is going to continue to go high. We don't know where it's going to go after they take out this level right here. But Nas 100 probably about to go high. You said, do I got Bitcoin? What do I got? I got a lot of Solana. I got some Solana. I don't got a lot of it. I got some Solana though. I don't like buying I buy Bitcoin when I buy Bitcoin when I need to put money into a trading account. But other than that, I don't hold Bitcoin though. Cause you gotta have like $60,000 worth of one. You gotta have $60,000 in Bitcoin just to own one, and I ain't about to put that much money into no Bitcoin just to make a couple $100 every time it move. I'd rather invest into the smaller cap. So yeah, this Nas trade ended up stopping us out. But yeah, those was the two setups I seen for the day. I ain't really like nothing else. Euro USD ended up not hitting. Did it hit that target? Nah, Euro USD didn't even hit the target either. US 30 was the only one that gave like that clean move right here. And then they gave a clean little move off that gap down here. So I guess this might have been a silver bullet if they was counting this high as being a high that got taken out. But yeah. You said US 30. US 30 move way worse than US 100. Yeah, I guess it just be certain days though. Like right now, Nas 100 trading at an all-time high, so it really ain't got no clean structure. And watch Nas do something stupid and come up here, take this out, and then run down. That's why I say Nas 100 just been choppy, bro. It's like I be hating this pair for real. My favorite pair is probably gold. Gold and Euro USD very clean. When Euro USD want to actually give you some pips. US 30 clean too. US 30 clean. Yeah, I think US 30 probably try to trade up here to this high. These daily candles been looking so weird. Like look at all of them the past couple days. See how every single one of these gens got some crazy wicks with terrible looking bodies. I like to trade when the market look like this. You know what I'm saying? Clear. It's a clear direction where it's going. The candlestick's moving clean. I hate when the market look like this. Just stuck in a consolidation the whole time. Back and forth price action. But yeah, we gonna get back on the charts next week. Like I said, I'm a probably load up like $1,000 in the account for y'all to do like a challenge with. See what we could grow it to. If y'all want me to take this video and like chop up some of the good parts of the stream, like I could probably chop up what we was talking about this US 30 trade, since this one ended up playing out. Put it in the educational section on the Discord. Yeah, we'll be back at it next week, y'all. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Pull up on me on Monday. We're gonna be back here with the same thing. And I don't know, I might go live on this channel or I might go live on my other one. We'll see. But yeah, we be back at it next week, y'all. All right, Sage. We be back Monday, and we got a whole week where it ain't no crazy news events happening, nothing like that. So we'll be able to catch some clean setups next week for sure. Yeah, cause I don't know, I'm not gonna trade. You said where's the Discord? It's pinned. Look at the pinned comment on the stream and just click the link. But yeah, it'll be cool to do that little series, cause y'all will be able to see like what it's like to take $1,000 to, I mean, what it's like to trade $1,000. Like, I ain't gonna trade no trades on it that I'm not on, that I'm not showing y'all. So every trade I take on it, y'all will be able to see. If I'm sending signals, I'm gonna take the same trades on that account that I send the signals with. If I get on stream, we do a live stream and we trade, it'll be the same trades I take on the stream on that account until we grow it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, pull up on me Monday. And yeah, the way the market's looking, I'll be eating noodles the rest of the month. I'm telling you, market's been trash, bro. That's why I've been just sitting on my hands. Like, I don't know. I had like a couple of, like, June was a crazy month. June was fire. Like, I was winning so many trades in June, it was crazy. But July starting off a little iffy, but I'm hoping that the rest of the month we could get back in the groove. And you know what I'm saying? I know it's NFP week. That first week of the month usually a little hectic, but hopefully we get some clean price action going in the next week. You going to set a challenge target? I mean, probably like 10,000. I mean, y'all gonna see me do it. I'm gonna do it on Eagle FX. So every trade I place, y'all will be able to see me. Y'all will be able to see what lot size and stuff I'm using. Right now, I just got trading view up because I wasn't trading today. But if I'm actually trading, y'all will see my Eagle FX account. Y'all will be able to see what lots I'm using. All that. So yeah, we're gonna get back to it though. I just gotta pick me a pair that I want to trade for sure. It'd probably be gold though, just because I know with gold, if it's going one way, it's gonna go that way. Like if you look at gold today, what it do? It bought, right? So you wouldn't really, you wouldn't have been wrong just buying gold this whole time, the whole day. And gold, one of those pairs, if it's going toward a direction, it's gonna go that way and stay going that way. So most of the challenge, I probably will do it on gold. I'm not gonna lie, but because I really hate these indices, and I don't like all this goofing around that they be doing. So I rather trade on clean. It's gonna be US 30. I mean, it's gonna be gold and Euro USD. Gonna be the two pairs I probably try to do this challenge on, because Euro USD allowed me to do a lot of leverage, right? The way I trade these challenges, understand that I ain't focusing on too much risk management when I go into this. So I start off usually like, say for instance, if I got a Euro USD trade that look clean and I could get a 10, 20 pip stop, I risk 400 off jump, right? Just to see if that first trade I take, I could get myself a little cushion. So my first trade is usually a little bit risky. And then if I win that trade, now I could play with that profit. If I lose the trade, then I gotta go into a rebuilding phase. So I lower my lot size until I, you know what I'm saying, catch a win to give me back what I lost, and then we go back and do the same thing again. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna see how I do it next week. Hopefully everything go good so I can chop it up, put it in YouTube videos. And yeah, y'all will be able to see how I do it. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up on y'all next week. Hopefully we can have a lot more people in here. And we'll be active. So appreciate y'all for pulling up. We be back on Monday.